Takaharu Tezuka, you're one of our judges this year, but someone told me that before I even start this little conversation we're going to I have to ask you why you're always in blue.
Well, actually, you were supposed to see my blue with the combination. My wife is always in red, and I am always in blue. I have exactly same T-shirts like this, more than close to 100, and my wife is also same.
Exactly the same T-shirt.
Exactly same T-shirts, and also nice standard color type. And so I would say more than 200 shirts, same color. So and also just the
tell me, what are you wearing today? Show us what you're wearing.
Well, just it's the one to put on top of it. It's
you can just show me.
Yes.
And then, so it's not just the clothes, though, is it? It's also
yes, it's a watch and the socks.
The socks.
So I change my socks and the shirt every day. So don't tell me.
So people don't think you don't change it, right?
So every day I change. So I'm clean.
But it's not the same outfit, is it?
Oh, this is same outfit actually.
Always the shirt's the same outfit.
Yes, I bought all this size in Tokyo. I went to shirt shop in Shibuya, and I bought all. And Shinjuku, I bought all. And Harajuku, I bought all. So it's all sold out in Tokyo.
You are their customer. I was wondering, so you're always in blue. Your wife is always in red.
Yes.
What's the story behind that in terms of design?
Well, it's not design. It happened to be like that. My wife has been red since she was small, and I had lots of blue clothes. And then when I started working for Richard Rogers, I decided to wear exactly the same color as he did, because many people in his office were wearing the same blue, and actually Richard Rogers didn't like everybody wearing his color, so he changed his color into shocking pink. But still, I was keeping blue, and then we got married, red and blue, right? And then eventually we got our daughter, and I decided to make our daughter into yellow. And then we got our son, and we were supposed to make a son also into yellow, and my daughter didn't like it because she was feeling she's losing her color. She was losing her color.
She's losing her identity, like Richard Rogers, right?
Exactly. So instead of changing her own color, she started changing her brother's color into green. So you got the 4 primary colors: blue, red, green, and yellow. So
in an industry that loves black and white, you are every other color in between. Tell me about some of the entries that you've been judging this year. First of all, tell us and introduce the category and also what you saw.
Well, I think we are judging the interior design of shops, and we were very much impressed. I'm very much impressed with some designs. And I can't tell you the first prize yet, but I say the first prize I gave the first prize. It's so simple, and the message was so strong, and the design is very matching with the concept of the shop.
Did he or she have color?
Sorry?
Was there a color sensibility also running through that reflected your own?
No. I'm saying, no, I'm not interested in putting the color into the architectures, because architecture and interior are the background of the people. If there are too many colors in the background, you don't see people. I wanted to see people, and the first prize were almost black and white. And just simple message, and you feel like people are really enjoying their own color. People on color.
You're interesting to me, obviously, into these awards because you're coming from Tokyo.
Yeah.
You're the only representative from Japan this year. When you see the entries, what are you seeing, and would it be something similar? We live in a globalized world. We're always talking about how we overlap and how national borders and boundaries are now very, very blurred, and sometimes our cultures too, and maybe our identities thereafter. So when you look at the entries here in Hong Kong, are you going to seeing the similar things also in Japan today, or is it very distinct and very, very separate and detached?
I think it's very different. And I would say, the design in Hong Kong or in China, there is something between international design and local design. and most of these were nowhere. But we found few quite distinctive design, which is almost beyond the international standard. I would say the best one could win one of the best prizes in the world too.
Really?
Yes.
That good?
Yes, that's good. Yeah.
Were you very surprised then?
I was surprised, and I would like to show the. I would like to see the shop. I would like to see the restaurant.
You'd like to see it become a reality.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So let's also talk about something else, because we're talking about the design awards. The perspective to awards is not just about handing out awards and acknowledgement and handing out trophies. It's also about trying to build Hong Kong as a strong design brand, and in so doing also to bring Asia through that. And so when people think of Asia, they think of a certain standard, a certain aesthetic. Tokyo has that. Tokyo, when we think of Tokyo, many keywords come to mind. So dynamism, exciting, fresh, edgy, historical, very much old and new, and a combination of everything in between. Does Hong Kong have that same brand identity? And whether it does or doesn't, how can it improve that?
Well, I think, let me think. I think when we look at most of the designs, we felt money. It's not just the design, it's really affected by the feeling of richness, right? And I wouldn't say that is bad, right? But there are. I would like everybody to understand there are something beyond the richness, just normal richness. When we get the rich material and the rich reflection, right? That is the end of design. We want to see beyond it, right? And the design we selected, right, was showing something quite local. It means the food, right? And also it was quite reasonable, right? And it's nothing to do with the cost of it. When people get real rich, they are not trying to get the gold anymore. When people are getting everything, they try to get normal life in the daily life. Some millionaire goes to a Middle Eastern Sea to take a very small boat to the fishing. That is exactly the same thing, same as what normal fishermen are doing. And then they are living in they are trying to get a very simple normal house in old city, like a Dubrovnik in Croatia. Just the quality of human being never changes, right? So when we look at the design, when we try to find the best quality design, we have to find the quality which is nothing to do with money and nothing to do with how can I say, nothing to do with fashion, right? And the good design, it's long life design, and I could see some of these in the entries. Am I answering the question?
Yes, and what I'm feeling, there's a lot of excitement still ahead. Takaharu, thank you very much for being with us here at Perspective, and for helping us identify what you promised to be a really fantastic winner.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.